All right, guys, it looks like we finally got our Hal Jordan in the DCU. Kyle Chandler, who most people know from Friday Night Lights, who was the coach, has apparently accepted the role as Hal Jordan. And I have very mixed feelings about him. I mean, he's not a bad actor, but he's not the guy that I would want for this role. Especially when we were hearing names like Matthew McConaughey, like Josh Brolin, who I didn't like, but I thought he'd be better than this. Ewan McGregor, even Timothy Olyphant. I don't know why all of these guys turned it down, or apparently did, and this is what really bugs me. I guess just talk about the history of the Green Lantern. The Green Lantern, both John Stewart and Hal Jordan, two of the coolest characters. Anyone who knows comic books knows that. The entire lore of the Green Lanterns, the Guardians, Oa, the different lantern colors and what they mean, will versus hope versus, all the different things. There's blue lanterns, there's red lanterns, there's like pink lanterns, there's all sorts of lanterns. And this Ryan Reynolds narrative is gotten so over the top. What Ryan Reynolds has done is he's actually made the movie come off as worse than it actually is. It should have just been seen as a mediocre movie. But what Ryan Reynolds has done is he's basically turned it into a joke. He's turned it into like a self-deprecating joke that he uses to his own advantage. Like, you think he's shitting on himself, but actually he's kind of like, he's almost using it as charisma. He's like, oh, look at me, I'm shitting on my own movie, isn't that funny? But in reality, now we have to deal with all of these actors who probably don't know the comic books as well, being like, oh, apparently they all were skeptical to do this movie because of the Ryan Reynolds movie. The Ryan Reynolds movie, which wasn't even that bad, Sinestro was great, the post-credit scene was great. I mean, obviously it was mediocre, but pretty much every movie in like 2007 was mediocre. Except, like, I think that was the year, ironically, that Josh Brolin made No Country for Old Men, so that obviously wasn't mediocre. But it just boggles my mind how we keep getting these narratives about Green Lantern. Like, who are the agents? Aren't the agents supposed to be, explaining to their client the upside of a role like this? First of all, the show is on HBO. It's not like on the CW. They're going to hire a really good actor for Jon Stewart. We're hearing, like, Damson Idris from Snowfall, maybe Aaron Pierre, who was just in Rebel Ridge. And, I don't know why everyone is so skeptical to take this role, especially James Gunn is the CEO of DC Studios. Maybe I'm flying too close to the sun. I really thought that with the new DCU, actors would be excited for this, and it just really surprises me. I think Hal Jordan is a great role. I mean, it's basically Tom Cruise and Top Gun, just in the DCU. That's pretty much what the character is, and it's really, really disappointing. I mean, like I said, I don't want to shit on this guy, Kyle Chandler, too much. I just don't think he's the right actor. And I don't think they're so early into the DCU. I don't know why they're already settling. And another thing that stood out to me is I read that this contract is just for the show. And that's a big red flag, because why would Hal Jordan not be in the movies? I'm assuming, are they going to kill Hal Jordan in this show and have Jon Stewart be in the Justice League, which would be totally fine. I'm good with Jon Stewart being in the Justice League. It's long overdue. But we haven't even gotten a Justice League with Hal Jordan yet. So I hate knowing too much about these contracts behind the scenes, but it's very hard to ignore that apparently he did not sign on for movies just for this role. And I bet you that's why the Jon Stewart casting is taking longer, because I guarantee you that they're negotiating for movies. They want him to be in the Justice League. They want him to probably be in maybe a couple other movies. And so we'll see what happens here. I'm still super excited for this show, but yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed by this casting. There's no way about it. I just don't think he's right for this role. I think he can do it, but I don't think he's the proper choice. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Those are my thoughts on the new Green Lantern casting. Thanks, guys, for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.